What's happening, troops? Back again with the Talkin Pish podcast. We're your hosts, Liam, Heidi, and Sophie.
Sausages! Welcome back to Talkin Pish.
Wow.
Sorry, I just was going off of Liam.
Yeah, I think we've all kind of lost our minds at this point.
Yeah, so shout out to us. We are recording this at, what time is this? 10:30 at night.
Let's make this a quick one.
Let's make this a quick one. Bahrain roundup. We've just done our Bahrain manager side of stuff on...
Yes, on Twitch, which you can check out.
Currently uploading to YouTube as we speak right now,
Yes.
so it will be up for you to watch if you want to watch that. So we're on a roll, if you... content's there. But Bahrain, let's swing right into it.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Checklist, max one.
Yeah.
That's one.
Are we surprised?
It's one down, 23
No.
more to go.
What are we saying about out of 10? I genuinely rate it like a 4 or a 5 out of 10.
I didn't see the actual race because I was working.
What the fuck?
Because the
Same.
first two races are Saturdays.
Okay.
They fucked me over.
Yeah, same. And I
So-
work in football, so
Yeah.
at 3 o'clock I'm in a dugout, so I'm a bit busy. But
So from a perspective of the highlights, even the highlights,
Were shit.
yeah, I'm saying like 5.
5. It was bang average.
Yeah, I gave it a 5. I was like...
Some racing moments, some. I think there's tea that's going to
Yeah.
brew quite nicely,
Yeah.
to put it that way.
I think like we predicted it quite well in the sense of, I think one of my predictions was we're going to have a close fight for P2.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sophie said Perez down in like 6th. And Liam, I don't know what you said about it, but I feel like you said maybe... You did agree that it would be a close fight for P2 last week.
Perez
So-
surprised me.
For coming second.
yeah.
Barely. Skin of his fucking
I
teeth
know,
when
I
you think
know.
about it.
Carlos was right on his tail. But still, he held on, didn't crumble under pressure.
But-
so
Why are we impressed that he's
I know we
gotten
should
a couple
be.
of seconds ahead of Carlos when Max has been... Do you know, Max probably could have been a minute or two up the road if he really wanted to.
Yeah, he won. Was it about 22
22 seconds, yeah.
That's mental.
Well, it's no different from the gap from him to Ferrari last year.
Yeah,
It's
but
just
you
a gap to
expect-
him to Perez.
That's what I'm saying. That's what's mental.
See,
Like, you
'cause-
should be closer.
Yeah. Oh,
I think it was Jamie Clarkson's interview with on the grid. He basically said he was so confused as how there's so little been done over the winter.
Yeah.
Like looking at all the teams, you're like he was looking at all their lap times from like last year to this year, and they're relatively all within a similar bracket to what they were last season.
Over the same, yeah.
I think like Mercedes have maybe made jumps and things like that, but for the most part, it's true. Like, and I think it's weird because most teams aren't going to do much because we've got the new rules coming in fairly soon.
And they've kind of all given up. Red Bull's won it. Fuck it. Can't
Let's
be
wait
arsed.
until
The new
there's no
regs.
point playing catch up. It's not like the turbo hybrid era where it went on for so long
You
that
didn't
Red
know
Bull
when it was going to end.
Yeah, that Red Bull just started to claw back to Mercedes, and they went real change.
Yeah.
So, brilliant. So,
Yeah.
that wasn't it. But
No. Qualifying. Anything from qualifying you took? I think my biggest one was Nico Hülkenberg obviously getting 10th. Was
Yes.
nice.
Yeah.
The same as what he did last year, but obviously better than Haas's expectations this year.
Yeah, I don't think anyone expected to see a Haas in Q3 just based on testing and things
Again,
like that.
though,
but
I think that comes into a certain team plummeting down the grid massively.
Yes,
Yeah.
because that's where I was coming on to. What the fuck has happened to Alpine?
oh my god, they have died a death.
The Pink Panther's been eaten over the summer. Winter, sorry, he's been hibernating.
Winter, yeah. It's like somebody put a really funny tweet on about how obviously they're having like the farmers are out with their tractors and things like
Yeah.
that. Somebody said, "Oh, they're supporting it with bringing tractors to the F1. How nice!" I was like, "Oh my god, that's brilliant."
Do you know
But
what?
it's true.
They just didn't look competitive
Not
at
one
all.
bit.
And then on top of that, is it their
Head of aerodynamics and their technical chief
have both just walked.
Yeah,
resigned.
right
Out.
after the race.
Or did they get asked to resign? What the hell have you created? Get out, or there's no fucking way I'm touching that. It's
Yeah.
done.
You just didn't listen to what I wanted to do. Fuck off.
Yeah. It's a Lewis Hamilton effect.
Oh my.
It's true, that's what he's
Yeah.
done to Mercedes.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
To be fair.
yeah, so... But, no, I think they were Not a shock in the sense of when you look to them through testing and through the practice, you were like, they're not doing well. But they were a shock in the sense of if you said at the start of this year, Alpine are going to qualify like bottom.
Yeah.
You'd be laughing.
Yeah, you'd be like, really?
Like, no way.
No way. What about Haas? What about Williams? What about Sauber?
Sauber.
Kick.
Yeah.
Just to be
Steak.
awkward.
Kick.
I think, are they not steak? That seems to be the big...
That's on the
logo.
side of them, but remember their little logo was K, kick.
Ah, yeah.
Actually, graphic
It's just
wise.
like, yeah, but just in terms of like the names on the back of the strip.
I think because kick
Strip.
is more widespread allowed than the steak,
Yeah.
because the steak is the gambling one.
Yeah.
So I think they'll be known as kick for most of the year, to be fair.
Fair enough.
Look at that.
But yeah, from qualifying, the Aston Martin surprised me, because Alonso seemed to do a relatively competitive qualifying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then race-wise,
Because, yeah, he qualified P6, which isn't a bad start.
considering where the Aston Martins were last season, in that progression, because they dipped, you'd be like sixth, a decent showing for them. But race pace-wise, they were not really there.
He started off his first stint, you were like, okay, he's not doing like bad. He kind of went behind the McLarens, but he was in front of Lewis. And then in the pits, Lewis jumped him, I think in the pits maybe, he undercut him. And then that was him. He was over a pit stop behind, like both the McLarens and the, by the time it came for him to pit a second time, he just pitted too late for one thing. But considering he was like, I'm just going to see where Aston Martin's pace is, about the whole Mercedes side, and they just weren't anywhere. Their race pace was shocking.
I know.
I was a bit surprised with
Lance
Lewis.
didn't do bad though.
Lance actually, because considering he spun at the start, what did he get?
11th. He was behind Alonso.
Did I
let
thought he got
Alonso
points?
through.
I thought he got points.
Nah. 10th maybe.
I can't remember. I can't mind.
Just
Live
if you
check.
put it down.
No, I didn't.
Live check.
Oh yeah, I've got my iPad here. It's fine.
Oh, wow.
Always forget this. Yeah, carry on though while I check it. When you talk about Lance.
Yeah, I mean, Lance showed a lot of promise, considering
Considering he actually qualified P12, he actually pulled something out. So
and was facing backwards.
Yeah.
yeah.
The
They recovered.
Nico Hulkenberg kind of... What is with Nico Hulkenberg qualifying well and then just absolutely bottling it?
It's the tyres.
That's what
The tyres.
the tires.
Don't blame Nico, blame the tyres.
Blame the
Blame
tires.
the tyres. Okay, just getting the fact check up for you guys.
Oh, wow,
so it
stunning.
was... Look at this. We've got the whole thing. It was 10th.
10th.
There
I
you
thought
go.
he got points.
Well,
Point.
well
done him.
Point to Liam.
Yeah. On that, should we just address the big elephant in the room? Because, well, we got up to Zhou laps, but behind Zhou by a few seconds was Kevin Magnussen, and then we had the Racing Bulls scenario.
The Racing Bulls.
Yeah, Kevin Magnussen did well, by the way, as well.
That is
And
not...
Joe's actually, that's a pretty decent.
Zhou did really well.
That's decent.
But
Yeah.
I think Valtteri Bottas could have done a lot better had he not had the bloody incidents that he had.
Like the pit stop.
Yeah, well,
I think
also
that.
he broke his front wing in the back of Hulk, yeah. Did a good job to dodge it, but just caught the end
Got the
plate.
end.
Yeah.
Shame.
But,
The Racing Bulls, that's a dynamic that I did not see.
I didn't predict that. I did not predict that at all.
No, I thought, and I have said this in previous podcasts, that UK had seemed to mature. Like, it
did.
has matured.
And
That was well and truly, the dummy tip was spat out the pram
I
there.
think I'm ready to retract my statement based off
just
the
said it.
attitude. Yeah.
Crazy. Because
silly.
you've always talked about his attitude, you know.
Yeah.
And you've always, oh my days,
Bugger.
Do you
the
know,
Stanley Cup's over.
One of the things that was quite
Oh my
interesting.
god.
Jesus Christ.
My foot was locked under my arse, so can you get it up?
One of the
get up?
interesting things was
Liam says that quite often, seemingly.
what?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Carry on.
Carry on.
Aye.
UK.
Yeah, one of the interesting things was Danny Rick, his cool down message when that whole thing happened in the cool down message. He mentions helmet. He says, "Fuck's sake, helmet."
But no, he doesn't say that.
No, he calls him a helmet.
Does he call him a helmet?
calls
Calls him a helmet.
Right, because the way I perceived that was he says "fuck's sake" helmet is in
I'm
helmet
pretty
Marco.
He's like, he called him a fucking helmet or
Because
something.
he goes to have a rant about it and then goes, nope, I'll save it. I'll save it. I'll speak a bit. I'll save it for later. And then you hear him say helmet. Oh, like fuck's sake, helmet. And I was like, why the fuck is he mentioning helmet Mark over this?
I can't remember exactly what he said.
No, he's called him a helmet.
Yeah.
For his attitude.
That's quite an Aussie thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need to fact check that.
Don't know.
No, that was just
I don't think we would even find it on here.
No, you'd have to go on YouTube. You'd have to go on YouTube and watch the highlights.
Yeah. We don't have the time for that.
Or just look up the reaction.
But
anyway.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Why was he told to give the position up? Was it because Danny Ric was on fresher tyres?
Yeah, Daniel Ricciardo was put on softs at the end, and they knew that was a call that they made before, obviously.
Yeah.
Daniel Ricciardo said that they had that discussion. Yuki Tsunoda actually, like, he was up there. He was not far off of Alonso at the start, and then I don't know. I think from what I've seen was basically I didn't notice it in the race because we didn't really follow it. But seemingly they messed up his strategy or something, Yuki's.
Okay.
And he ended up a little bit further back.
Plummeting,
fighting obviously in 13th. And so he was following Kevin. Now, he was not that close to Kevin, in my opinion. I didn't think he was overtaking Kevin anytime soon. And Daniel Ricciardo was on newer softs, so they were like, why don't you just overtake and like swap the places? Problem was Max Verstappen came through. Now, Max Verstappen actually wasn't much faster than them. So Max then this is where that whole blue flag situation really played a part. For Daniel to let Max through, he went from within DRS to over 2 seconds behind Kevin Magnussen, and then had to follow Max through. And then Max, it took him like a good lap or two to actually get up to the back of Kevin to overtake him. Like, so that blue flag. Like, I'm not somebody who says blue flags shouldn't be there, but in that scenario, that blue flag probably shouldn't have happened because that ruined that race. So that's why Daniel didn't pass Kevin. As fast as well, by the time he caught back up, there was only a few laps to go.
Yeah, and it was basically
he couldn't he did. I think give him another lap or two, he probably would have had him.
Right, yeah.
But then Yuki's like, he's not even that fast, and I'm like, oh my days, like, he's literally just had to let Max pass. Yeah, and then it was just. I think Daniel obviously can't then repass. We've seen that with Ocon. Can't repass Max in that scenario. He's just following Max along, but Max.
Yeah.
Well, if he's quicker, if Daniel Ricciardo was genuinely quicker, he's allowed to.
But he clearly wasn't in a sense. Yeah. But he wasn't. I didn't think Max was that dramatically faster going through the traffic. Daniel kind of hung on to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Max probably wasn't gunning to get through it anyway because he's got a 20+ second gap anyway.
He's not bothered.
Yeah, but that just then stagnated that battle for about 5 laps.
But in that sense, you're the odd one out there, so you should be careful of your surroundings, not like Danny and K-Mag being careful of Max. You mean that should be Max? You're the odd one out here. Yes, you're quick. Yes, you're leading the race. We want to make sure that nothing jeopardises your race, but you can't go about jeopardising other people's race.
Absolutely.
I think it needs to become a neutral plane. Yeah, I know that sounds complicated because it's like you're getting rid of the blue flag rule, but there needs to be like a blue and white flag where Max is there, but like...
Yeah, like there needs to be, even in the situation, like say Max and Lando are fighting, or Max and Charles, Max and Perez are fighting P1, P2, probably let's say P4, P5 because Max ain't there, so let's say it's Lando and Piastri. In that situation, blue flags, yes.
So you think blue flag should become situational then?
Yes, in the race maybe, because like, you shouldn't be, even if it's for P13 or P12 as Kevin Magnussen was, even if it's for P12, it shouldn't like dictate kind of, it's for no points kind of thing. It's still a race and they're having their own race. Yeah. Like they should be, you should take note, it doesn't matter. Max isn't racing for anything. Not in a bad way, but Max isn't racing for anything at that point.
At that situation,
wasn't going to jeopardise his race.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do in that situation is the honest answer. I don't know. Because how do you not jeopardise Max's race and you don't jeopardise these guys' race?
Yeah, because you're leaving it too open-ended, so then...
like Max might end up involved and not able to pass, and then Perez is all of a sudden there.
Yeah.
But then you also end up with what we had happen, where it's like a good few laps where Daniel Ricciardo has to catch back up again. 2 seconds isn't nothing.
No, you're right.
So.
Or should it be like a blue flag scenario in a DRS zone? Where...
But they do that anyway,
No, I get that, but was it like even where the two racing bulls did
you mean
theirs?
like if he's in DRS, it's not blue flags?
Yeah, because you've all got DRS essentially, other than the person at the front.
So get Max fighting with them, try and get him to overtake. That'd be quite funny, to be honest. We've actually get Max like overtaken.
Yeah.
Max just shouldn't be allowed DRS. Full stop.
Doesn't fucking matter because he's at the front anyway.
That's
He
what I'm
doesn't need it.
I need it.
Doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. Make it a rule. But no, yeah, I don't know what you do in that situation. But at the end of the day, I think there's a lot of like mixed comments going around online. I think there's no denying Yuki Tsunoda immature.
100%.
There's no allowing that behaviour. No matter
If
what,
you're if you're not happy, right, just say like
That's an internal thing.
We need to speak about this.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, don't air it out.
Trying crashing into.
Well, yeah, it's not even the speaking about
comment,
it.
it's a crash.
It's the dive bombing and locking up and
and then just speeding
It's
up.
so unsafe. Like, how is he? Like, they're literally still on track. Like, he could have at least got a penalty or anything, because basically what he done was like basically caused danger to another driver.
Yeah. Well, what was it? Seb got 10 seconds for deliberately going up and knocking Lewis, and afterwards he said, he apologised and he said, I got them. He misunderstood the situation. Looking back on it, he said, like, from his side, he thought Lewis had brake checked him, and he got angry, and then he drove up, obviously, in Baku and went, what the fuck are you doing? And banged into him.
Yeah.
And then, but, like, inside the car, he just got so angry that he did that, and then he got penalised. It's the same situation.
100%.
It's still, like, angrily trying to cause damage.
I think the only difference with it is the checkered flag had been raised. So essentially... The race is
remember that
But
nullified.
the thing is, in football, you can still get a red card after the 90-minute whistles went.
But do you remember the time that, like, Seb won the race, and then was it Lance Stroll hit him, and then you just pan the camera and Seb's going along on 3 wheels, and you're like, what the fuck is that wheel doing on top of the car?
Oh, is that when he hitched the ride on the? Yeah. He hitched the ride on one of the on another
I can't remember
driver's
who it was.
car.
Was it like Alonso's car or something?
It wasn't Alonso.
No idea who it was, but
Can't remember.
yeah.
But yeah, that's exactly it. But you're like that situation obviously didn't get penalised, but probably should have. Like, somebody got in trouble for not paying attention.
What did you make of Mercedes' race? Were you underwhelmed, overwhelmed?
Underwhelmed.
Nah. You just sort of you thought what it was.
I think it was like kind of hyped up after practice too, that they had some sort of pace. And then, what was it now?
And George didn't look too bad in quali.
Yeah, and they didn't look too bad at the start of the race. Like,
Lewis did say that he sacrificed quali pace for race pace.
Yeah, he said
and I
that.
was like, did you forget to add the race pace to the car?
Well, like, they decided to cover up like the vents so that the airflow wasn't so much, so hence their engine cooling issues or the power unit issues.
Yeah.
Lewis's seat broke.
He did say that. He said his arse was basically in the
so he's
wind.
going around like this, like, what in the shit show is happening there?
It's honestly...
George favours.
Yeah, they've gone right.
To be fair, he did say
that wee crack.
Lewis did say that when they went setup wise, George went left and Lewis went right.
Yeah, they always do that, and it always pays off for one, but
they couldn't come together to actually understand the car very well.
Yeah.
Lewis wanted to go more down the race pace side of things, and George, by the sense of it, wanted to do the more quali base.
Yeah.
Lewis had better race pace. Like, Lewis, if he'd not fucked up a couple of times, should have, like, and didn't have the engine stuff, I suppose, both of them, they probably could have done better. But Lewis locked up, and he actually, if he'd just stayed consistent, he probably could have had could have at least been up behind Lando and up behind George, because they were not far off in the end. But Lewis definitely had, in the second half anyway, had better race pace. But in the first half was kind of caught up behind Alonso, and obviously we saw Alonso's race pace was not great.
No.
Do you think the McLarens, I've got a theory, I think the McLarens actually haven't done that much over the winter.
No.
To see what
They're
everyone else has done.
coming out.
And then, they've got package stuff coming that's going to make them
They're
quicker.
Like
last year.
Yeah, because they didn't really. I wouldn't really say they've hit the ground running.
Definitely not.
Don't get me wrong. Compared to last season, they're definitely not crawling.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like you mean
If they have kept like a similar spec car from last year, like they didn't end the season badly, so like why not just run that and then upgrade it? 'Cause it wasn't going awful for them.
But yeah, I was just a bit like.
This car doesn't look as good as last year's right
No,
now.
it really doesn't. And I was just sort of like, okay.
After all the hype.
I was like, they're not slow.
No, they're definitely
But
not.
you're not sort of looking at Lando and Oscar thinking, fuck, like they're making headway in this race. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you agree with that theory or not.
No, I agree.
I can see it.
And like I don't know if you saw in the highlights, but like Oscar came out and he obviously tried to stay ahead of Lewis, but kind of like had cold tires. And then like them and the Mercedes, like there was nothing between them and race pace. Like that's a good battle coming up as long as like we can get a battle and there's not so many issues. Yeah. But then when you look at the McLaren, as far as I know, they didn't have any issues and Mercedes did have a lot of issues.
Yeah.
So then you're sort of looking at like one is a wounded animal.
Yeah, I'm looking at like one is clearly Red Bull, 2 Ferrari, then it's Mercedes, then it's McLaren right now.
Yeah.
And I think if Mercedes can fix the issue, it'll be Ferrari, Mercedes up at Jeddah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
I was a bit disappointed with Charles.
Yeah.
Bahrain is normally...
He does so well usually.
Yeah, you mean like you think like he could have had his first win there if it wasn't for that power unit back, was it 2019? Lewis gave him the little side eye wave like, oh, see you there.
Yeah.
See ya.
You mean...
but then the braking issue.
Yeah.
Like he clearly was struggling with something because he was just locking up left, right and centre. There was one point I was thinking, fucking hell, what is going on? Why couldn't he drive? And then it came out it was a braking issue.
Yeah, when I did see that, I was like, fuck me, he had 300 laps last weekend of this track.
But they had the same issue. They said like both him and Carlos were complaining about braking issues all this whole time.
I think Ferrari have just focused on making the car that fast, they've actually forgot the car needs to slow down.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck it, we don't need a car that slows down. Full speed ahead.
We'll beat Max on the straight, but Max will brake at turn 1 and we'll just keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually thought like Max was not saying it was a bad thing, but Max was quite aggressive into turn 1 with Leclerc. So because like Max is a more aggressive
style driver.
Yeah, exactly. And I was just like, fucking hold it in. Hold yourself in there, Leclerc, because knock him out and we at least have a championship battle for a week. For a week.
It'd be like for 5 laps.
Yeah, but like that I think that's it. Like Max has nothing to lose at the moment, so he's just like, well, fuck it, let's go. And like Leclerc's like, I have everything to lose here.
I wonder if we'll see
and it's race 1.
I wonder if we will see that evolution in Max though, because like Lewis, the more championships he got.
Well, we saw that last year with Max anyway, like towards the end of it anyway, like battles with George, remember, and things like that, where he was being more careful. So,
yeah, because like Lewis talked about it in himself, where he went like he doesn't want to get involved in like potential scraps that it's going to ruin his championship. You mean like so? I wonder if we'll start to see an evolution of Max. Like I'm not saying he's going to lose his aggressive driving style.
No,
that's his DNA within the car. But I wonder if we will see that side of him where he's like, yeah, I'm not dive bombing this, or I'm not squeezing you right out and giving you any opportunity to clip me or anything like that. Mm-hmm. If we'll actually see a more sensible Max.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He's definitely grown.
Yeah, he's already, I was going to say, he's already miles ahead of where he was, I suppose, in like 2015.
He seems less angry. Like within his personality, if that makes sense. Like Max always seemed quite angry around the paddock.
I feel like he's got better people around him.
I don't know if he's less
Christian
angry. I think
Horner.
he's just winning. I
wouldn't go that far, but
I think he's just winning, so there's nothing to be angry about. But even in practice when they weren't doing well, he didn't have a nice really thing to say with the gear shifts. Like this is shit, basically. He was saying. So he's still got it in him. I think it's just the car's that good that he doesn't, but give him a bad car, he probably won't be so happy.
I think probably now he'd probably be worse because he has been at the top of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On that,
the
rumours about him potentially going to Mercedes.
Fucking hell.
Who's been smoking what's in that place? Because it's Jos Verstappen. And I don't
Jos
know what he's on.
Verstappen is just a fucking pest.
I think Toto Wolff's had too many pumpernickels.
To be fair, apparently Toto said he's not opposed to the idea.
But you wouldn't be, because he wanted to sign him back in 2015.
I know, but for fuck's sake, it's like...
I think it would be wrong for Max to shoot any contract down, like or close any door, whether it be a hypothetical. Mm-hmm. You mean like?
Why would you go to Mercedes next year though?
You wouldn't,
unless whatever's happening internally is that bad. Because that's what Jos has said. Like, it's that bad.
But do you know what? Jos can run his mouth all he wants. It's his son at the end of the day that makes his decision.
Absolutely, yeah. Like, oh God, like who let Jos in the paddock at this point? He really annoys me.
Yeah, he's just...
Do you think Jos is living his son's career?
Yeah, he's living his
100%.
career through his son.
Yeah.
Exactly, because he wasn't fucking up to scratch. He was hopeless.
No. And that's, a lot
he
of
was
the
an
time...
F1 driver that went on fire.
He was
So was
on
Roman
fire.
Grosjean.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah, he, like, you see it a lot sometimes within a lot of sports where the parent didn't get to do that level, so they kind of push it. Like, so obviously Jos Verstappen was a Formula 1 driver, so he was good at driving, but he was not World Championship material.
No, definitely not.
He's got an aggressive parenting style towards that, and it's, you know what, like
It's a bit like Max's driving style.
Yeah, and Max Verstappen is an absolutely
involved.
Yeah, very talented driver, and you can't take that away from him. But he's still, like you say, I feel like he thinks he's created Max into what he has.
Yeah.
So he's like, you're going to go here. It's kind of like, I suppose, with Lewis Hamilton, why Lewis got rid of Anthony. Remember, Anthony was the same. He was controlling Lewis's life, and Lewis was like, no more.
Yeah, it's
You
like
can
they
fuck
think
off.
they know better.
Yeah, and like that obviously really helped them as a relationship, and Anthony's still going behind his back to Red Bull seemingly, but you know.
Yeah, fuck that.
I don't know what to make of that rumour though. I think there's too many
things going on at the moment.
There's too many things up in the air.
Yeah.
That anything can just be touted, and if it has any form of sort of person A, team B, whatever it may be, you sort of might get caught up in the whirlwind that's going on in F1 at the minute and become a little bit more solidable than what it actually is. You mean, like, for all we know, Jos Verstappen's went to Toto Wolff and gone, use our shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Could be simple as that.
I doubt it, but you never know.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
I'm going to start Mon rumour. Fuck it.
Oh my god.
Yeah. On you go. Get it uploaded. Can't wait to see the comments.
It won't involve Christian Horner, don't worry.
Oh, we're not.
Stay away from that one.
Heidi's done that.
I received something online on a stream, and I was like, fucking hell, put that away. I got nothing. I got sent a picture of nothing.
Of nothing.
Of absolutely nothing, because I'm not getting sued.
No, absolutely not.
So
Not worth it.
Nothing.
Nothing. What do you mean? So, but on Christian Horner, we're not talking about anything specifically, other than...
Who's Christian Horner?
Yeah, very true.
Who is that guy?
Do you expect him to survive the year? We initially said we didn't expect him to survive in his role. We've heard things now that he maybe shouldn't have been surviving in his role, and we've heard things that obviously Red Bull decided yes. With everything that's been going on over the last weekend, I'm trying to be really careful with what I say here.
I know, but to be fair, it's not like it's not out in the open. It's not like Twitter accounts are not tweeting it, and there's not like news articles about it.
Yeah.
It could be hearsay, but
exactly.
You can't. I don't see why you'd put something out with.
Yeah, I think
That's hearsay.
I think it's
denied,
I think it's a very difficult situation. I actually think it's one that's a lose-lose.
Yeah.
If
You
he
can't sack him.
stays, if he remains, bad publicity or negative spin.
It looks bad on Red Bull.
100%.
If he goes,
Why didn't they do it in the first place?
why did they not do it in the first place?
But also,
Apparently, he was meant to, according to that news article that we've seen on before we went live, that he was meant to. Somebody from Red Bull's come out and said that basically it was favourable that he was getting the sack, but his lawyers put in an appeal, and that's what allowed him to stay.
Yeah, but then
did he win that appeal?
But that's what I'm saying.
Or is it
If he's
going
won,
on?
He must have won the appeal.
if he's won that appeal, then if they sack him now, it's a negative look. Like, why did you allow the appeal to win? Like, what was it about the appeal?
Wild.
But then at the same time, I don't know what F1 as an organisation
I
can
think
do, because like, say for example, like
Well, they want Max to come out and support him publicly.
that's the other thing we've read.
that's the other thing we've read, yeah.
Don't know how true it is, to be fair, but
You don't know
Well,
how
obviously,
it is,
other team
so-
principals have maybe launched a campaign as such to investigate the scenario.
Yeah.
But my thinking of that is going, well, what can they actually
do.
Yeah.
Like F1 as a committee could probably prove him guilty, say, and then go, we suggest you sack him, or we suggest you get rid of him.
Yeah, because they can't obviously enforce it. They
It's not their team. It's not. They have no legal procedure
yeah.
of the internal running of that team.
But it'd be a good independent investigation, though.
As long as Red Bull can like comply to their rules, which is
Yeah.
all the motor racing stuff, they don't have any leg to sort of.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's say it's what we potentially said it happened a few weeks ago, and now
Yes.
we are led to believe it probably is that he's had an affair of some sort. And then, again, speculation, obviously.
Speculation.
Ginger spices on the market.
Yeah, obviously what we're reading. But let's say it is that. If it's not in the company policy that you cannot have internal relationships, then it's not a sackable offence.
Yeah, that's only if it's not in the contract, but I know a lot of sports teams do have
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
So it
Most
would be-
workplaces do.
Yeah, it'd be quite surprised if that's not in there.
Yeah,
But
and
It
then
also depends on how this relationship has formed.
yes,
Yeah.
and how it's formed, and then how it's ended, and what's happened after it's ended.
yeah,
So
So
there's a lot of if, buts, maybes, and hows and whys.
So if
Yeah.
it's like what we spoke about a few weeks ago, then that's the issue.
yeah,
You know.
100%.
So it's not necessarily what's happened, but the after effects of that. But if it's just a plain old, like you say, potential affair, then and it's not in the company policy, he's done nothing wrong.
No.
Apart from in his relationship, which,
Yes.
by the way, was the most awkward thing I have ever seen afterwards. Like, I've never seen them hold hands before in my life.
No, and
Not like that, anyway. Dragging them.
and public PDA as well.
Oh my god, the wee hip hold.
Yeah, and a
Like-
wee kiss as well.
Oh my days.
I've
And
seen
a
the
wee,
photo.
Could
let's
this
just
be-
sit outside the Red Bull way. Oh yeah. how
Could this
you
be?
today?
Could this be PR?
Yeah, it is. Oh,
100%.
fully. When have you ever seen this before?
This is Jay Harwell appearing for unity.
Yes,
Apparently
exactly,
that's the reason
absolutely.
she was there. Was to make him look better and that they appeared unified and it's not going to bother them and things like that.
God, it must be a horrific position to be in.
Especially when you've got 3 young kids as well.
Yeah.
Think of the money.
Like, most people would not have to go through this publicly.
No.
But then that's the
Whether it's true or false, either way, it would be a shit position to go through.
Yeah.
yeah, no. But going back to the comment you made there about not many people have to do this publicly, that's the risk you run
In where
Being
he's
a
at.
public figure.
and yeah, being a public figure. You mean
Absolutely.
Because some public figures can get ahead of it and sort of close it down and
Yeah,
then
like
they
we
can
were
deal with
speaking
it
about earlier.
Yeah, they can deal with it internally. But obviously this is just not the case. Like they've been out for FP2 and somebody's
Somebody's got it out for him.
put
Yes.
petrol to the fire.
But then again,
Has
why?
to be.
How would? I think because remember the law system as well. Those things have to be obtained legally. If they've been obtained in an illegal manner,
They're useless.
the whole thing is useless. So it doesn't matter that they exist. It's
No.
how did person A get them?
The
Yeah.
one that maybe spread it.
Yeah.
Yeah, how did they get it?
What the
Yeah.
If they've acquired
Yeah.
them illegally,
You're done.
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Like you've got them illegally. Like the court wouldn't hold them.
No.
Yeah, but then surely if person like C, who originally owns them, decides to go legally, they're still valid.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
they
not a
are,
lawyer. I'm
because
not
like,
a lawyer
they
at
are,
this point.
Yeah.
the legitimate
I would say
evidence.
so.
But like it's not legitimate evidence from somebody else, if that makes sense.
I don't know. I'm not a
Yeah.
lawyer. I'm not going to comment
Yeah,
on it.
okay.
Yeah, we would need to look into it, but
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the racing.
Yeah. Is
Back
that,
to
my
this,
question was actually, do you think he survives for the rest of the year at this point?
It's hard. It's really hard to say at this moment in time.
I'm going like no, just because of the
shouldn't.
drama of the weekend. But I think he will because like they're just pushing on. They're just like I don't fucking care.
I think Red Bull as a
Fuck 'em
company will create a plan long term.
I think he'll stay until somebody like Ford goes, we're not having that anymore. Like because
that's what's gonna take.
Yeah, because like they were like, we need an answer, and then this has come out. They're like, this is going to affect our brand.
Yeah,
it's going to come down to that. Do you want somebody?
But they've stood up for Helmut Marko over the years and had ridiculous comments and the publicity, the terrible publicity that he's given them over the times. Like it would if they did get rid of him, it's a bit ironic and a bit of a hypocrites and things like that. So like,
I think he'll survive the season. To answer your question, I think he survives the season. Yeah. Not saying that I agree with that scenario, but then again, we don't fully know the truth.
100%. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's everything is speculation, which almost seems like a negative because it's still speculation.
Yeah.
Even though a whole investigation has been done,
and they won't
an outcome of that investigation has been done, but it's still all speculation as to what he's done.
Things that people are saying are from that,
and
it's not being accepted or denied by anyone.
But it's the fact they're not allowing anyone to see what investigation they've done. That's the sus part. It's like, you've done something wrong. You should never have let him stay in the first place.
Yeah, like if he's been, somebody said as well, the way it's been dismissed isn't good. The word dismissed isn't good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the way, like,
the language is terrible.
Yeah, there's just certain things about it that's not great. But moving on from that before we get sued.
Yeah, another quick thing about Red Bull, they're bringing updates.
Great, because they really needed one of them.
Yeah, in Japan and Imola, they'll have 2 upgrade packages coming your way.
They reckon the Japanese one is the zero side pods.
That's what I said, yeah.
No, it's been suspected that by Suzuka, Red Bull will have zero side pods.
Do you know Mercedes engineers are like,
what the fuck?
What the fuck? Was it who got sacked for it?
Oh, what's his name?
Oh God, don't ask me that.
Oh my days.
I know the good one, James Allison.
Yeah. Oh my days, I can see his face. Yeah.
Oh my God, we need to start doing that.
Twice tonight. I can see his face, but I can't remember his name. But he'll be like sitting there like.
How do you physically have an iPad to check?
I know, but that takes time, doesn't it?
I know it does because it's me.
But yeah, I think it'll be absolutely hilarious if Adrian Newey does the biggest mic drop ever and goes, I see your game, Mercedes.
Yeah.
Your concept was right.
Right. The execution just needs a little bit of spice,
you're using the wrong herbs and spices for that.
Yes. Because the man sees air, The man can make anything possible.
Man's on drugs.
Oh my God, yeah.
Some drugs.
He is. He's on drugs. Nobody sees air like him. Not even Airbender.
Airbender. Oh my God. I'll give you that.
Mike Elliott.
Elliott
That's
Mike.
the man.
Mike Elliott.
Imagine having... Oh no, that's like George Russell, just man.
Well, having 2 first names is a second... having
2 first names is a name.
Russell George.
Russell George.
Now I'm trying to think, has anybody else got that? Do you know any driver on the grid with other than Alex Albon, or not on the grid, that like has driven last year or the year before with a double?
Oh, like an alliteration, like AA.
Like AA. Same letter in his first and last name.
Yeah.
You can tap out if you want.
I'm running for the grid now.
Honestly, it was so difficult.
How long ago was it?
Last year.
Was it?
Yeah.
Liam Lawson.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
There you go, yeah.
Boom.
But if I'd not told you, you would, like, it was just like one of those like, the things we did earlier, like somebody with a double thinged name.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know they're going to go Alex Albon, but who else? And then they put in the comments Liam Lawson.
That's quite clever.
Yeah.
That's quite a clever question, that.
I should ask you guys that.
I know. It would have taken me a few seconds. Like.
Driver of the day. Who was your driver of the day?
Carlos Sainz.
Carlos Sainz.
He ran that bitch.
Jimmy drove that bitch.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I
I think he'd have been like P50th if he had like ran, I think he'd be on lap 3 by now.
Yeah, he'd still be there.
Right,
I'm
Harry.
just checking out Sophie's things.
Oh,
But I think we
thanks.
covered it all.
We did.
Look at that.
Look at us.
I'm going to give you a whiteboard and a pen, guys, because
Oh,
we've got
God.
Saudi coming up and we're just going to do... we forgot to do our predictions last week. So we're really sad
Lol.
about that.
Also, actually, another fact.
for it.
McLaren haven't made Q3 before this season, obviously, for the last 2 years.
Yeah? Oh, he's got a pen over there.
Yeah.
Oh
Hey,
my
that's
days.
mine.
That's my pen.
That's my pen. Oh no, I had a red one actually.
Yeah, here you go. Red one in my hand.
Oh, thank you.
Boom. Look at that. Right.
Would you look at us go?
Yeah, because we've got a couple of things coming up. So, coming to the end of the podcast, so we're going to predict for Jeddah.
Jeddah.
Woo-hoo.
Qualifying first.
Qualifying first.
I forgot to spell Jeddah. I'm not even going to bother.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, obvious one. Perez.
Human rights. I like it. You're on my TV.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you doing
Okay.
your top 3 and then a bold prediction, or just your top
Oh,
3?
well, we could do a bold prediction.
Oh wow. Yeah. Let's make my brain work so hard at 11 o'clock at night. Right. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay. Ready?
Hmm.
I'm not stupid, but don't. Oh yeah.
Not far off.
I don't know what my bold prediction's going to be.
Oh my god, you were like,
It
are we
was
doing a
your
bold
idea.
prediction? But
Aye,
who's
right
going
then,
to
settle,
crash
pal.
in qualifying?
I'm settled.
Settle.
Settle down. This pen has got beautiful ink, by the way.
Yeah. I was thinking that when I looked over. This is kind of dying a bit.
Right, got it.
All right.
Right,
Okay,
three,
3,
two,
2,
one.
1. Flip your board. What have you gone?
I've got Max P1 because he's not letting Checo beat him.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Checo P2 because he
Nice.
loves the human rights place.
Yep.
And I've gone Charles third.
See?
P3.
Have you?
Yeah.
I've went a bit different. I've went Max, Charles, and Carlos. I just think Ferrari have that little bit of
Spice.
spice.
Where the fuck's Perez at?
I see him maybe fourth, fifth.
Q2.
6th, 7th, 8th, 9th,
Two
10th.
there. I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised if we made a Q2 exit, if
Yeah.
I'm honest. Like, I know it's a human rights sort of place, but
My god, that's going
Oh.
to catch.
That
I
is-
love it how that's our theory. Eh?
I
Yeah.
know.
Checo only scores points where there's no human rights.
Yeah.
Literally. But I just think he's going to fall off, but then I think, if anything by today's race, he'll pick up
Yes, it is. Rich.
Yeah.
during the race. But, like, I don't think he's got the quality set right.
Yeah.
Right, Heidi.
I
What's your
went-
bold prediction?
Well, I went Max Perez, Charles, obviously. And then I said Alex Albon to get in the top 10.
Nice.
Fabulous. I went Lance Stroll to get in Q3.
Wow.
Wow.
That is bold.
I put George Russell to go out in Q2.
Oh
Wow.
my days. That is
That
yeah.
is bold.
To be honest, you'd be safer saying Hamilton. He bloody does shite at Jeddah.
Nah.
No, he's going to do well now. Or George Russell's going to do badly.
He's gonna fight for all the non-human right people.
Oh my god.
Oh my days.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna get beheaded if I ever go to Saudi.
100%.
They're just listening to this podcast going, this bastard who comes here.
Yeah, I'm actually scared for my life.
Fuck it, we'll go to the Saudi Grand Prix next week.
I gotta go
I'm
to
busy.
work.
Get my hair done.
Get my hair done.
I just had it done.
Yes, I think you got that done last week.
Race top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Oh. This is so hard because it's a start.
Do you know what? I'm actually. Bye bye, Perez. You're getting
You know what?
demoted.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Oh, jeez. I'm gonna go. I don't know what's happened in the start, but oh,
Oh!
we got a bold prediction. Right.
Right. Are we ready,
Ready?
team? 3,
Single
2,
lady,
1.
reveal yourself.
Oh my days! This is all really close.
This is my P2. I
This
was
is-
struggling with. Sorry. Wait, cut. Yeah, so P2, I was struggling with that.
What time is that?
No, don't leave it in. She's getting exposed.
Right, on you go, Liam.
P1, Max Verstappen.
Yep.
2, Charles Leclerc.
Yeah, I was struggling with that, so yeah.
You're struggling with that.
No, I was
She's doing
struggling with
reverse
to put,
fucking psychology.
Yes, yeah.
And 3rd, Checo, because, you know, he has to get a podium.
You've been right.
And then I've said Yuki's going to crash in lap 1.
Stunning. That's actually, yeah. Seen that.
Nice, okay.
Blood
on you go,
boils
Sophie.
over.
Thank you. So I went for Max, Carlos and Perez. I think if the reverse psychology doesn't work and it actually ends like this, okay, Carlos is going, fuck you, Ferrari.
Yeah.
Right? And my bold prediction is a racing bull to score points.
It won't be Yuki.
Nice.
It won't be UK, it's going to be Danny Rick. I thought it'd be Danny Rick, but, you know, I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket.
Nice.
So-
I've kind of done the same thing with mine. So I said Max, Carlos and Perez as well.
Yeah.
More because I just thought Carlos has obviously got a point to prove and he
Yeah.
did really well, so I can't fault him.
Yeah.
And my bold prediction that kind of helps Carlos along is that Perez and Charles are going to collide. And then I put in brackets, maybe turn 1, lap 1, turn 1.
Nah, turn 1, because turn 1's quite a slow one at Jeddah, isn't it?
You never know.
You never know.
I
Could
always
be
know.
at any turn 1, you know.
Right.
So,
A rogue prediction.
rogue prediction. I was going to go who's going to... The worst driver and the standout driver.
Oh, okay, right.
yeah.
Okay, stand out worse, okay.
Standout
and
driver.
worst, yeah. I'll put that as standout. Oh, God, I don't want to go really basic here. I think this person's just going to be solid.
I'm gonna make his guess. I've just put 2
I'm going
names
to
down
put
and
disappoint. I don't know.
you don't know how to spell disappointment.
Is it 2 S's or 1?
Heidi.
Do you know I always
Wrecked.
do that? Is the worst thing.
Don't know why I done that.
I
Yeah,
think it's
I
going
know
to
our listeners are just going to be listening. And all of a sudden Sophie goes bang. Quack.
Bang!
Surprise!
I
Right,
really
Heidi,
feel
fucking
bad.
hell,
This
Christmas
one's
is coming,
more
come
aimed
on.
at the car.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
I can't.
My
Okay.
standout driver is going to be Lando Norris. I think he's just going to be consistent.
Yeah.
And then my disappointing driver is going to be Pierre Gasly, but it's more because of the car.
Don't think it can be disappointment then.
Well, because I mean, I'm not going to lie, that race was, you know, at least Ocon was doing something.
They'll take it in turns.
So my star would be Carlos. Obviously, I just think he's going to. I think he's going to be really good. Yeah, hearts. And my disappointment driver will be Yuki Tsunoda.
I think my standout is going to be Danny Rick, because I can see him doing like a poor quali, get a bit frustrated, but then pulling it back in the race. Maybe like a golden point or something like that. And my disappointment is going to be George Russell, because I think the Mercedes are going to be quick, but he's not going to live up to
The hype.
Expectations.
Got something
Fair
out
enough.
for George Russell this weekend.
You do.
You do? What's he ever done to you?
Yeah. You got any other predictions you want to make?
Nah. Right, let's get the trivia book. It's first week. It's Liam versus Sophie again.
That's all of us.
Oh, fuck.
You've got the answer in front of you.
Yeah, no, I don't, because that's quiz. This is quiz 18.
Oh, so that's for the page.
Yeah, so don't worry. All right,
That's
okay.
quite clever.
All I'm going to do is basically I'm going to go like this and then I'm going to stop it. Okay,
Alright,
so
don't
quiz 20, we're in the 2000s. And give me a number from 1 to 20, Sophie.
4.
4. Okay,
Lando
Lando Norris.
Oh, shut
Okay,
up.
who became the first 21-year-old to win a Formula 1 race after winning the 2008 Italian Grand Prix? Ooh, oh fuck. Is that the right year?
No,
no.
I know who you're thinking of. It's not.
Is it not? Oh god, I just looked at Sophie's board and she put the same thing.
Oh, bugger. Right.
Let me read that again for you. Who became the first 21-year-old to win a Formula 1 race after winning the 2008 Italian Grand Prix? Seb was younger, wasn't he? Who the fuck was racing in 2001? 2001?
2001. I don't know.
2008, isn't it?
2008.
Who was driving? I don't know.
The first 20, it's the first 21-year-olds that's throwing me off. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Right, 3, 2, 1, Lewis.
Hamilton.
Sebastian Vettel.
Bastard! You threw us both off there.
Why would you do that?
Sebastian Vettel.
How the fuck?
Fuck you.
I'm just going to walk out
2008
for...
Monza.
Fuck you.
I was like,
that.
it's literally when he drove the... And then I was like,
It's
did
got
I get the
Minardi
year
DNA, the
wrong?
Toro Rosso with Minardi DNA.
And then I was like, must
I'm
have got
giving
the year
myself a
wrong.
point because I wrote it.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
we both wrote that, and
That's
I
not
saw
your
it.
final answer.
No.
So you're not getting it.
No, fuck off.
You get 0.5 then.
We shouldn't listen to him ever.
I'm not.
It's
You're
not about winning a
prick.
competition. At the end of the day, there's no fucking competition this one
Everything's competitive.
for you.
Right, what? We only doing one question?
-1. Oh, you want another one? Okay, we can do 2. Okay, yeah, that's fair enough because Liam wants to answer one as well. So I'm gonna just Liam. Oh, young generation quiz 12. Give me a number from 1 to 20.
17.
Fuck off. I just
Fuck
saw
off.
something about Lance Stroll. What? I can't say this. Strolovic is the real surname of which rising star?
Can I spell them, please?
S-T... Do you want me to write it on my board for you?
Can I get it in a sentence, please? Can I?
Strolovic is the real surname of which rising star? The rising star, Strolovic's name is...
I don't fucking know.
Strolovic.
Fucking hell.
Right, can you pick
gonna
another question?
No, I'm going to go with this.
No, he says the one that's got a fucking answer book in front of her. Strolovic.
Shut up.
Rising star.
Oh my god. Say
I don't follow the formulas.
Really?
I do not follow the formulas.
Okay, well, hurry up.
Well,
come on.
that's fucking on you, innit?
Okay, 5, 4,
I spelled his, I butchered his
3,
name, but
2, 1, put that
I said Drogovic.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Is
not.
it?
I
I don't know, we're getting a bit excited here.
Dun dun dun. Oh my god, I can't be. And the funny thing is like I literally just said his name to you before. I was like, oh my god, I just saw a question about Lance Stroll.
Shut up.
Question 17, Lance Stroll.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Lance Stroll.
Fuck
Lance
off.
Stroll. Stroll.
That's not Rising Star.
He's risen and fallen.
It's young
He's
generation.
Pluto. He's Pluto. He's a dying planet.
That's.
For fuck's sake.
Oh well, I still lead after the question.
my
How do you pick
days.
a question? You pick
Oh,
a
fuck.
number.
I've just lost
I'll
what
read
one.
it.
Oh, wait, let me knock out 17. Just so we know we've done it.
So I'm still leading. It's fine.
Shut up.
Okay, spin the board. Just flick it through and just stop it wherever you feel it's
Spin
stopping
the bottle.
it. Okay, and I'm gonna
Oh,
go.
we're back at 2000s.
Okay, well I'm gonna go 16. 16.
Who were the 2 Italian drivers to win a Grand Prix during the 2000s?
Oh, for
For
fuck's sake.
fuck's sake.
2 Italian drivers to win a Grand Prix during the
I'm out.
2000s.
I don't fucking have a clue.
During the 2000s, Italian.
That's the problem, I don't know who's Italian.
That's Spanish. Is it? Yeah. Win.
Yeah, to win.
Win a.
I'm going to take the L, guys. I fucking fuck knows.
You can fill the gap in the podcast. Try not to lose your page.
I know I am. Hold a minute.
I'm now actually trying to think of Italian F1 drivers.
I know way. Only thing that I can think of is Giovinazzi, and obviously he's not fucking won anything. Well, actually, that's a lie. He won Le Mans. Is it Le Mans?
It's not a Formula 1 race, though,
I
is
know,
it?
but still.
I keep just.
I do keep thinking
Keeps coming
Ferrari.
in my fucking head.
Why do I keep going to Ferrari?
Because you expected him to have an
Yeah.
Italian.
I have a name, but I think it's a footballer, and not. He's an Italian footballer. I do not think he's an F1
Who were you
driver.
thinking?
I said Pedro de la Rosa, but that's Spanish.
Oh, for fuck's sake, you nearly helped me.
You nailed me.
Should I went to write that down? Too right. Oh, do you know what's really annoying me is I know it. It's like there, I can see it.
I
Nah,
can't.
nah, it's no. Nah,
mean-
you fucked us over.
Yeah.
Are we passing?
Yeah, I can go another question.
But who's the answer first?
Giancarlo Fiscinelli
Oh my days!
and
It's
Jarno
Fisher-
Trulli.
Say that again. Oh my god, Truly! Fuck me, he was my partner at Lotus.
Fiscinelli?
What is she trying to say?
Fisher We knew both of them though.
That's the Pfeiffer and you. Fishy maybe?
Fishy Shelley. Fishy Shelley. Right.
One last one before we get
Yeah,
forward.
so we actually have like
Some
actual
answers.
competition going on
'Cause, you
here.
know, like,
fuck. We're not
Sebastian-
doing the 1990s now.
Sebastian-
Bonus quiz, perfect. I'm gonna go
Perfect.
16 on this one.
16?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Right, stop going 16!
Footballer Trent Alexander-Arnold, boxer Anthony Joshua, and golfer Rory McIlroy are all investors in which F1 team?
It's
Did he say it? Did he say it?
Oh, it's not them, is it?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spin that
Alpine.
board. Liam!
Liam!
I'm sure it's AlphaTauri.
Spin the board.
No, because loads of famous people bought
Okay.
shares in
AlphaTauri.
Alpine.
I said Alpine.
But
It is dun 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 Alpine.
Is it?
Hey, we're on even. Yeah, it is Alpine.
yeah, because I knew
I
Ryan Reynolds.
remember-
I knew Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
I was a
So,
whole bunch of them at the same time.
Anthony Joshua and Rory McIlroy. Rory McIlroy was in the garage, but it was Anthony Joshua. They were asking a question about. He fucking had no idea what the hell
He's just
he
invested
bought
in it.
into.
Well,
Right,
after
so
3.5 questions,
we're all on
we're
All on
eachy
one.
beachy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
After
Look at
week
that.
one.
Just play to the final whistle, aye.
Yes.
We've got 500 questions to get it through.
Oh, brilliant.
Brilliant.
500
Fucking
episodes,
hell.
fuck.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Grand. Right.
Well, guys, thanks for joining us on our podcast. We'll see you in Jeddah.
Woo!
I have my head gone by then.
What's happening, troops? Back again with the Talkin Pish podcast. We're your hosts, Liam, Heidi and Sophie.